So if you're looking to launch an online store, you've probably come across Shopify and Magento. It's kind of hard not to. They're two of the biggest names in the game. Both can get you to the finish line, but how they get you there is a whole different story. Shopify is like hopping on a guided tour bus. Easy, comfy, and everything's laid out for you. Magento is more like grabbing a machete and carving your own path through the jungle. Oh, actually, just a quick heads up, Magento is now owned by Adobe and technically goes by Adobe Commerce, but for this video, we're keeping it simple and just calling it Magento. So the real question isn't which one's better, it's which one's better for you. And whatever side you choose to lean on, you can take advantage of the best deals available by heading down into the description below and clicking on the links we have there. For Shopify, you get a 3-day free trial and you pay $1 for the first 3 months. So check those out throughout the video if you make your decision. All right, so let's start with how they feel to use, because that's the first thing you're gonna notice. Shopify is built for people who just want to start selling. You don't need to know how to code, you don't need to install anything, and you definitely don't need to hire a developer just to get your homepage up and running. The interface is clean, everything makes sense, and it's basically plug and play. You pick a theme, add your products, and your store is live. Done. Magento, on the other hand, is a totally different beast. It's open source, which sounds great until you realize that you also have to set up hosting, install the software, configure everything yourself, and then manage ongoing updates and maintenance. You can customize it like crazy, which is great, but that customization usually requires a developer, or at the very least, someone who's comfortable digging into the backend. If that's you, fantastic, but if it's not for you, it can feel like a lot just to get the basics working. Now let's talk about design. Both Shopify and Magento let you make good looking stores, but how you get there is pretty different. Shopify offers a library of modern, responsive templates that already look clean and professional. And unless you really want to dive into the code, you don't have to tweak much to make them work for your brand. The customization tools are built right into the dashboard, and it's pretty hard to mess things up. That's honestly the best part of the appeal. Your store looks good right out of the gate. Magento gives you more flexibility in design, but that also means more work. You're not limited by a grid or structure, but you also don't have as many polished templates ready to go. A lot of Magento sites are built from scratch or heavily modified by designers, which is great if you've got a vision and the resources to pull it off. If you don't though, you might find yourself frustrated trying to make things look the way you want them to. So what about features? Both platforms let you do all the basics: add products, manage orders, offer discounts, run a blog, take payments, all that good stuff. But they handle it in pretty different ways. Magento is like a blank canvas with a toolbox. You can build almost anything, from advanced product filtering to custom checkout experiences. But again, you need the technical chops or someone on your team who has them. Shopify takes a more out-of-the-box approach. Most features are already built in, and if there's something missing, the Shopify App Store probably has a solution. You can add apps for everything from email marketing to loyalty programs to advanced analytics. And because the apps are built specifically for Shopify, they usually integrate smoothly. You don't have to patch things together with duct tape and hope for the best. That brings us to the next big difference: hosting and maintenance. Shopify is fully hosted. You don't even have to think about servers, SSL certificates, backups, or performance optimization. It's all handled for you behind the scenes, and your store stays online even during traffic spikes. Magento, at least the open source version, requires you to handle hosting on your own. That includes finding a reliable provider, managing updates, optimizing performance, and making sure everything stays secure. If you're running a big store with a dev team, that might be totally fine, but for smaller shops or first-time store owners, that can become a full-time job in of itself. And let's not forget pricing. Shopify runs on a subscription model with plans starting at $39 per month. That includes hosting, security, customer support, and a bunch of features right out of the box. If you use third-party apps, those might cost extra, but at least you have a good sense of what you're paying month to month. Magento open source is technically free. You don't have to pay to use the platform itself, but the hidden costs add up. You'll need to pay for hosting, development, themes, extensions, and ongoing maintenance. Now let's touch on support, because when something breaks, and it will, you're gonna want to talk to someone. Shopify offers 24/7 customer support across all plans. You can reach out via chat, email, or phone, and their help docs are actually useful. Magento open source, you're mostly on your own. There's a community and plenty of Stack Overflow threads, but no official support unless you're on the enterprise plan. And even then, getting help usually involves opening a ticket and waiting. If you're not comfortable troubleshooting server errors or digging through log files, that can be a real headache. Performance is another area where Shopify pulls ahead. Because it's fully hosted and optimized, Shopify stores generally load quickly and perform well across devices. You don't have to worry about site speed, caching, or mobile responsiveness. It's already taken care of. Magento's performance depends entirely on how well you configure your hosting environment. A Magento site can be blazing fast, but only if you've got the right stack and know how to tune it. Otherwise, it can get sluggish pretty quickly. So here's where we land. Magento is powerful, flexible, and extremely customizable. It's the kind of platform you choose when you have a very specific vision, a development team, and a budget to match. If you're building a massive online operation with complex back-end requirements, Magento can absolutely handle it. It's like having the keys to a race car, assuming you know how to drive it. Shopify, on the other hand, is built for everyone else. It's simple to set up, easy to manage, and comes with all the tools you need to run a successful online business without pulling your hair out. Whether you're just starting out or scaling a mid-sized store, Shopify takes care of the tech side so you can focus on actually running your business. So yeah, both platforms are powerful, but unless you're building the next Amazon, I'd say go with Shopify. It's cleaner, faster, easier, and you'll sleep better knowing you're not one server crash away from disaster. And that just about wraps up today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any further questions for me, do not hesitate to leave them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, then well, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and don't forget about those deals in the description that I mentioned earlier on in the video. And at any rate, thank you all so much for watching as always, and until next time, make sure to take care.